Hello, Radio for Life here, bringing guys a brand new video, and today we got something a bit different. After my recent video talking about my figure collection and why I collect figures and everything, I kind of thought it might be fun to kind of review the figures in my collection, go over my favorites, some of my not so favorites, and everything. And just kind of talk about them and review them, what I think about them. Because honestly, I love this. I love collecting these. They are some of my most favorite things to have in my room, even if it is a little embarrassing, but I don't care. It's a big part of me, and it goes in tandem with my other hobbies: video games, anime, manga, etc. I got figures from everything, just about, in terms of all the different media and everything. And I thought it might be fun to start doing this. Let me know down below if you guys like these, because if you guys do, I might continue it. I'm not entirely for sure, but yeah. Anyway, so today I want to talk about what is probably my most favorite figure in my collection, and that is the Purple Heart freeing 1/4 size Bunny Girl figure. So this figure is the currently tallest figure I own. She's about a little over 14 inches tall, give or take. I mean, she'd be much shorter if it wasn't for the ears themselves, which are huge. Like, they go really tall. And Freeing is a really darn good manufacturer in general. Whenever you see Freeing on the tag, you know that you got a really good figure because they make top of the line quality figures. Like, even though they are also expensive, you know you got something that's going to last you a very long time and is pretty resistant to any damage and stuff. Now, I wanted to get this figure in particular because Neptunia is one of my favorite game series out there, and Purple Heart, well, I wouldn't say she's my favorite character, she's definitely up there, and I just absolutely adore this series. I had to have a figure or two of it. I actually do have another Purple Heart figure that I might review in the future if you guys like these. And I am actually getting the Purple Sister figure coming in later. I'm hoping it doesn't get delayed due to the virus, but it wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, so right off the bat, the first thing that you'll notice with the Purple Heart Bunny figure is, again, it's huge. It's just absolutely ridiculous in size. Kind of goes in tandem with it being a 1/4. The paint quality on here is fantastic. The hair looks just like her hair in the games. The eyes, especially, are probably some of my most favorite details of this. They are so well detailed. From what I've read, Freeing does the eyes like hand paint, which is crazy. And, like, because, you know, they mass produce these things, even though there's not technically a huge amount of them out there, but they do mass produce these, so hand painting each one, at least even a little bit, just is astounding to me. The ears, look pretty good too. They are super glossy, like they look like they would be a cheap headband on a bunny girl out there serving waiters or whatever. The suit in itself, like, it looks and feels like actual latex. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I honestly don't know. From what I understand, these are made out of polystone, which is a highly durable material. They are pretty resistant to damage and everything. And the paint is pretty good as well. I haven't seen any huge scuffs or anything. I do have another bunny figure that has some minor issues in terms of the paint and everything, but this one, in terms of the paint job and the quality, is absolutely great. The hair is also really good here. Just nice and long. There's not really any movement with them. You're not supposed to be moving them. And heck, I am pretty sure this hair is, like this one here, this twin tail is stuck to her arm somewhere. I'm not entirely for sure, but it kind of looks like it is right about here on her shoulder. I'll be honest, the like bunny tail is like my least favorite aspect of this. It doesn't look particularly good at all. That's a recurring issue I have with the bunny figures. You know, that's really my only real issue with the actual figure itself. Other than one other thing, which we'll get to here in a minute. Something that's also really cool that I was not expecting until I actually got one of these is that this is real, like, pantyhose or stockings. I don't know what you call it, but it's crazy. Like, theoretically, if I wanted to, I could cut this off and it would act like it's actually attached to the legs. Like, that's crazy. Like, I can move it around from it, and it's like as if she's actually wearing it, which is cool and everything. And if I really wanted to, and I've seen some people do it, they cut these off because they don't like it. I wouldn't risk that. I would not put a knife anywhere near these, especially with how expensive these figures can be. This is actually one of the cheaper bunny figures from Freeing. She's on average between $215 and $230, depending on where you look. I've actually seen her available at the moment, obviously on eBay, but Tokyo Otaku Mode is where I actually got her from, and I got a brief rant about Tokyo Otaku Mode. Why did they make the boxes so freaking big? Like, oh god, but that's something I'll probably talk about in another video, possibly if I talk about like where I get my figures and everything. But Tokyo Otaku Mode has pretty much all the Neptunia figures in stock. Well, all the like easier to get ones. There's some pretty expensive ones out there that are kind of hard and rare, but however, whenever it comes to the bunny figures, they have them all in stock at the moment. Whenever I'm recording this on April, I think 18th is the day. And that's where I actually got her. I got it on a sale. I generally don't recommend buying a big expensive figure like this unless there is a sale, or if they're doing like a big cashback thing. Like whenever I bought her, along with one other expensive figure, Tokyo Otaku Mode was doing a like 500 times point back or something like that. So whenever you bought her, which I got her for $230, I got like almost like half that back. It was insane, and I was able to get some other stuff too after getting the cash back and everything in their premium points, which is really cool. So that's something to keep in mind for whenever you do get these. Otherwise, I can't really recommend buying like super expensive figures like this unless you got a sale or something like that going. Other than that, my only real issue with her is the base down here. It doesn't look too great. Like honestly, it just isn't very flashy or anything. It just is there, which I mean kind of goes hand in hand with the Bunny Girl figures from what I've seen at least. Heck, most of my Bunny Girl figures don't even have a base, but then again they're able to support themselves. She definitely is not able to, thanks to her really nice pose here, which is really, really awesome. But however, I do have another issue with the base, is this down here. So the connectors, and I am like really scared of like her being wobbly. So this was a pain in the butt to put in. I could not get it in for the life of me, and I actually thought it was broke when I got it because it looked like it was broke. If I was like, let's see here, I'm kind of afraid of taking her off, but like it looks like it's broke, but it's not. It's exactly as it's intended. I had to look up somebody unboxing her and putting it together to see, oh, that's how you do it. And yeah, once you get it snapped in there, it works fine. But however, that was a pain in the butt. This one over here, though, on her other foot, I cannot get down all the way for the life of me. This just won't go down all the way. It doesn't fit properly, and it's making me kind of worried that like she's not in there all the way. But however, whenever I like move her around, she's pretty stable and everything. I don't know why. Well, I know why I'm so scared of her falling. It's an expensive piece. So overall, an absolutely fantastic figure. I love the pose too. She's doing this kind of like shy but really kind of sexy pose and everything, you know, something you'd expect with a bunny figure. And it just is an overall fantastic figure. If you're a fan of Neptunia, I would highly recommend either this or the Blackheart figure. I don't have her. I do intend on getting her one day. Not anytime soon with everything kind of being crazy and no real income right now, but that is beside the point. But however, whenever things get a bit more stable and everything, and if there's a sale or like if there's a big cashback bonus thing that like a store is doing, I would consider picking up either her or the other Neptunia, you know, the Blackheart purple, the Blackheart bunny figure. But other than that, I just absolutely adore this figure. It's giant, it's pretty, it's elegant. It really captures Purple Heart's physique. I don't know how else to say that. But it's just really, really good of a figure. And I just absolutely adore it. I could talk about... I don't even know what else to talk about. Like, these buttons are great. The details are great. It's just, like... I gotta be honest. I've never understood why these were expensive as they are until I actually got some. And my god, the detailing, the texturing, the size, everything is fantastic on these bunny figures. And I absolutely adore this one in particular. So, what do you guys think about this figure? Do you have one? Are you thinking about getting them? I can completely and totally understand the hesitation on getting any of the freezing bunny figures. Did I say freezing? Freeing. Freezing is a different thing. I can totally understand the hesitation to get any of them because they are expensive. And, you know, like, as I said in my video from a while back, figures just kind of sit there and do nothing. So, yeah, I get that. But I still absolutely love her. I might do the other bunny figures I have in the future, but I don't know. So let me know what you guys think down below. Rate, comment, and subscribe and everything. I do video game reviews, manga reviews, anime reviews, just general topic discussions. This is very much my side channel where I just kind of talk about my hobbies and things that I love and enjoy. I don't know what else to say in this, I'll be honest, but I digress. What do you guys think? Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, and see y'all later. Peace out.